Hey guys, it's Austin. I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on. I know I've been telling a lot of stories and keeping a lot of holes in it, but now I guess I should let it out. And so you guys in on what's been happening, what's been going on in my life since I was like 12 years old. For starters, get this out of the way, this whole video is going to be about drug abuse and alcohol violence, just that kind of shit. So if you don't like it, then I don't advise that you watch this video. So a bit before I go into this story, when I was 6 years old, my parents divorced, so I guess that has something to do with it. My dad was a pothead. He didn't like that, so she packed her bags and left. Which, I mean, I don't blame her because she had 2 kids, and why would you want that in the house? But not everyone can be happy. So back to the story. Okay, so when I was 6 years old, that happened. My mom, a year later, met this guy who lived like 2 hours away. So we spent the night at his house a couple times. He was an asshole. They got married. He's still an asshole. My brother smoked pot. I turned 11 years old and started smoking cigarettes. 12 years old, I was in 7th grade, and I started smoking pot. My 8th grade year was a little harder, because 7th grade I was homeschooled. 8th grade I went to a art school, where I got a little too creative. I started selling pot and got into taking painkillers a lot, taking a bunch of pills that was cool to do, Lortabs and stuff like that, antidepressants. You guys don't need to know all of this stuff. I can't even name all the stuff, but I was doing a lot of that stuff at 12 years old, and that's what happened. So I don't know why I started doing it. All these drug classes that I took, drugs are bad for you. You had the cop come in your class. You all had that. The cop comes in your class and he starts preaching this anti-drug slogan. And I was like, yeah, don't do drugs. They're bad. They'll mess you up. All this bad stuff. And then I got curious. Like, well, does that really happen? Will you really, kill yourself if you take one pill? And no, you won't. I mean, it depends on everybody's body. It's different. But I was just that one curious kid that I had to learn for myself. So started taking all that stuff. And then 9th grade got a little bit worse with parties and raves. And then, ecstasy came out, and that was pretty addicting for me. I think it was 9th grade spring break where I tried cocaine for the first time. That was pretty intense. I definitely got addicted to that. That was the start of madness. That was what created the monster. I'm kind of forcing myself to make this video so that I can get this off my shoulders. It's something that's been weighing me down for several years. 10th grade is when I started experimenting with a lot more stuff. I went over to my friend's house, and her friend was over, and her friend was smoking something. think it was meth. Pretty sure. And we didn't clear the bowl out, so we were using that. So I was with whatever at the time, and there you go. There's number 2, but I only tried that twice, and I didn't like that. So that's good. It's always good not to like drugs. So addicting drugs like that, it's not good. Also, my 7th grade year, my cousin died. He was 16 years old. He died from a drinking and driving accident. He was at a party, and his friend wanted some cigarettes, and he, I guess, knew a place where they sold them to minors. They'd all been drinking a little too much, and he drove to the store, took a turn too sharply, and flew out of the window. It really gets to me because last time I saw him was 4th of July, like 7th grade, and every 4th of July just hasn't been the same. We used to do stuff every 4th of July. We'd go over to his house and have these humongous fireworks, like huge. My uncle would get these fireworks that when they launched up, they would shoot off Green Army men, and it was awesome. We'd always touch them when they were like burning hot, burn our hands, and now the most I will get on 4th of July is sitting at home while my mom's working, or working just to get out of the house. I absolutely hate 4th of July. But back to the story. Okay, so 10th grade. Just at the end of 10th grade, I started up my junior year, and a week later, I was going through some pretty bad withdrawals. I got really bad anger problems. Started cussing out my mom. I would just walk out of the house without even telling anybody, just to go smoke a cigarette and blow some steam. I was stealing from stores. I was trying to steal money from my parents to pay for drugs, get whatever I could get my hands on. I stole drugs from my grandmother, who I totally betrayed my family. It got pretty bad, and then I stopped. As soon as I got in a relationship with this one girl, I stopped everything. She didn't want me to smoke, she didn't want me to do anything. I completely dropped everything, flat out for her, except for cigarettes. She's watching this video right now. I stopped everything for her, and everything was great. I was happy. It's the first time I've been happy in a long ass time. Genuinely happy without any pill form of support. And about a year later, things just got a little bit too hard because she lives in New Jersey and I live in Florida, which is going to change in a few weeks. But things then weren't doing very good, so we broke up. It really got me bad, and I relapsed and started smoking pot again, and that's when I was getting sick. I started puking up black shit, almost looked like dark blood. It was pretty gnarly. It was gross. I quit smoking pot. That was the least of my worries, but I started back up on cocaine, and that was not good. but it started back up on that. I was hanging out with a couple friends at the park. It was past curfew, so curfew here is midnight, so if you're out past midnight, cops will be suspicious and they'll want to ask you why you're out. So we were at the park at like 1 a.m. It was me and 3 other people, so we lit up a bowl and started smoking pot. Then we stopped because this cop pulls up with his lights off, and I immediately was like, oh shit. Oh, that feeling, I felt my heart drop. My friend takes off running, so I followed him, and then they followed me. So 2 of my friends went that way, and me and my other friend went that way. So they went towards the car, I went away from the car, because they were going to question us, and I ain't about to get caught. So that happened. We were running from them for like 3 hours, and he was chasing us around. So we get back to my friend's car, and I guess this guy didn't like us being in his driveway at 3 in the morning, but he kicked open his door holding a fucking shotgun, and so me and my friend jump in his car. His 2-seater car with 4 of us in it, and I get in, my friend gets in, and I look out, and my friend's still standing outside the door like shocked, and I pull her in and shut the door, and I'm like, dude, you gotta go, like, fucking push your foot on the gas pedal, we're leaving. So that happened. That should have been my wake-up call, but it wasn't. A little while ago, like 6 no, it was about a year ago. About a year ago, me and my brother were at Universal Studios, and we decided to go out to the car garage and smoke a bowl of this synthetic marijuana because it was legal. And so we get really hungry, and so we're driving to McDonald's. I don't make it out of the fucking parking garage, and I'm just eyes rolling back in my head. I don't remember that. I just remember waking up, and my brother coming to, and I just see all this black shit in my eyes. I just can't see anything. There's all these light tunnels everywhere. And then I see a hospital. And I'm just by myself. My brother's not there anymore. I'm freaking out. So I go in and I'm asking the nurse all these questions, and she's just like, what the fuck are you on? So I get really frustrated because she didn't have any answers to my questions. So I get outside, and she comes out, and are you okay? Do you need some water? And I'm like, yeah, fine. Like, trying to figure out why the fuck I'm here. The usual, wake up every day at a fucking hospital. I sat down on the bench, and I just knocked out and fell over onto the pavement, and the nurse came out, and she helped me up, and she took me in and gave me water, put me in a room, gave me an IV. Nurses are not fucking nice to you. Like, not nurses. Nurses are nice to you. The doctor, as soon as he takes your fucking IV out, he rips that shit out of my arm, and I cussed him out. It just pissed me off. It was not a good experience. So, turns out I was near death. I could have died. My blood pressure was so low. It was like he told me that my blood pressure was equivalent to a dying 80-year-old old man. So that was not good, because I was 17 at the time. No, I was 18. I was 18 at the time, and to have a heartbeat this like equivalent to an 80-year-old dying old man was not good. So this video is getting way too long, so I'll have to make it shorter. But bottom line, it's fucking hard. Don't do it. It's really fucking hard. You don't want to go through this lifestyle. There's too much people that judge you for trying to quit because you're never going to make anything. I am 19 years old. I have so much I want to do in life, and I can't because I was too fucking stupid in school. If I could, I would change it all. I would change everything about my life. I wouldn't even touch this first cigarette. But if I did that, I wouldn't be me today. So I'm kind of glad that I did, but I'm still mad at myself for doing it in the first place. But I've been sober and clean from coke, from everything. I've been clean from everything for almost 3 months. So it's really good for me. And note to self, keep it up. You go, boy.